Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're going to give you what you want.
That's not what I want.
What was that? I don't know what that was, guys. I'm sorry. But okay, I'm gonna try it again. What's up, guys? I don't know what that was. Something went wrong there. Hi Vortex. Hi everybody. Welcome to episode 19 of Aaron War Orders. Let's Talk Pop 19. Lots of stuff. Or I know. I see it. Ha. A lot of stuff are popping in so far on Twitter. Because of HBO. I guess they're having their HBO upfront this week. So they're releasing a lot of stuff. I'll tell you right now. I'm schwitzing. I'm Jewish. Schwitzing means I'm sweating. I'm hot. And it's really, really hot where I am right now. Really, really hot. Much hotter for a typical April. Really, really hot. It's boiling out there. But I have a lot of energy, though. I do have a lot of energy, but I'm telling you, it's really, really hot where I am right now. But in this episode, guys, 19, no Mandalorian talk. That's stay for Saturday. We're going to talk Mandalorian 7th episode or 23rd chapter of season 3. We're going to talk about that on Saturday. I've seen it today. Really good episode. We're finally getting somewhere. It's funny tying into what we're going to see what the Dave Filoni's movie is going to be about and how today's episode ties into Ahsoka. But I'm not going to go farther beyond that until Saturday's episode when we spoil it. But in this episode, we're going to talk about the Marvel's trailer that dropped yesterday. Penguin trailer that dropped today. We're going to look at it. The first casting announcements of James Gunn's new DCU has been announced for Creatures of Commandos. It's announced. We're going to look at that. Harry Potter's officially announced with a whole new reboot. We've got a nice logo. What else did I bring? Emma Wahlberg's kid Kardashian is going to be an American Horror Story. Lucasfilm's plans with the Star Wars films. They plan to have a yearly by yearly release of Star Wars movies. But yeah. So with that, invitations are coming out. First of my bros, the Trinity. You're all welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. No, they're not, man. Daniel Radcliffe Radcliffe didn't. Rupert Grint didn't. Emma Watson didn't. I think they will be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Vortex. Have no fear. So yeah, so I'm gonna get some people in. Before we start off, I'm actually have a lot of energy, so this is gonna be a fun stream. So pop right in. They haven't doxed me. And I got the Marvel's trailer here. Then we're gonna look at the Penguin trailer, but then we're gonna look at the article that has the full cast of DC's Creature Commandos, who's playing who's voicing who. Okay. and so on. So I'm waiting for people to come on. Blinded, I know you're not on the. George is there. Okay. So come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Vortex, do me a favor. Put this out on Discord for me, all right? Put this out on Discord. I'll be very thankful for that if you can for me, please. I'm too lazy to do it myself. So I'm waiting. Okay. Thank you, Vortex. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay. So there wasn't really much movie news, right? Over the weekend, obviously, right? That's why I didn't do a Monday special late Let's Talk Pop stream, because there was nothing really to talk about over the weekend because of the Easter holidays, obviously. And Monday there wasn't much news either, really. Tuesday there wasn't much news either, but we did have a big trailer drop for the Marvels. It's George, I'm gonna show it on my stream. If you want to pop up, I'm gonna show it on my stream. If you want to come on, I plan to show it. So the big thing yesterday, the Marvels trailer dropped, and I'm telling you, the Marvels was trending like crazy. It was trending more than I saw Black Panther ever did, with Ant-Man ever did, any other Marvel movie in the last 2 or 3 years. This movie was trending like crazy on Twitter. I saw over 100K tweets about Captain Marvel, the Marvels. Okay, I saw that it dropped, and probably the reason why it had a lot of engagement on Twitter, not because of the trailer itself, because who's in the movie. And yes, in my thumbnail, my title, my thumbnail, in my thumbnail, not my title, but in my thumbnail. Okay. And you know what I'm talking about. This Brie Larson, the one woman who gets on the Fandom nerves. And that's part of the reason why there was a lot of engagement. There's always typical a lot of engagement in Marvel movies, but this movie has so much engagement, more than usual, probably because of her. Because of her. Her. Obviously, right? When my friend Blind joins, and when George, if you want to join, you could come join. I'm gonna show the Penguin trailer on here, but you can come join if you want. I know exactly, man. Yeah, you're right, Vortex. You're right, Vortex. You're 100% right. You're right. Blind, come watch with me, man. I want to know your thoughts on it. I need to know your thoughts. Please. I know you're trying to avoid trailers, but I need to know your thoughts. Cause I like the trailer. Honestly, I did like the trailer. But my thing about trailers, right? I always say this about trailers. Don't get too hyped about trailers. Okay? If you know what to try to do, but trailers deceive you, man. They're deceiving. They're deceivers. They're deceivers, like Sauron. Right? Don't get too hyped. Come watch the trailer with me, Blind. I need you to know your thoughts. And I saw a certain someone already rip up the villain of this movie, and the villain was only in the trailer for like 2 seconds. Okay, how do you rip on a villain that you only saw for 2 seconds? But I'm not gonna say that. Can you be asking me that? How do you go hard at a villain that you know nothing about, that the trailer hasn't really featured, and only showed for like 2 seconds? 2 seconds. Okay. Oh. Here's the trailer, guys, for the Marvels, and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll talk Penguin, okay?
Captain Rambo?
What the hell are you doing?
Entering the jump point perimeter. I'm gonna get you some readings, Fury. Hello? Hello?
Captain Rambo?
Is this an Avengers test?
Where's Captain Rambo?
What the? Hi.
We're looking for Kamala Khan.
Okay, so our powers are entangled. I can manipulate light energy. And you...
I could totally show you. No, I'm not again.
Hi.
Where's our daughter?
Wherever you were.
Shields up!
We're a team.
No, we're not a team.
We're not a team.
Your team. It looks good, the trailer. It looks good. It looks fun. Looks fun. Thank you, Brian. So come on, I want to hear your thoughts. Voice. Yeah, it was. And at the end, that was tight, man. It was. I mean, yeah. That was pretty, at the end, it was pretty hot. She was pretty hot. Okay, George. Okay, they described her powers. It's obviously that Hala. Yeah. They might be doing Hala. They might be. Yeah, I remember. I think Hala's going to be involved. Yes. Something's going on with the powers. How they're all they all have different powers, but they're all connected, right? They're all connected some way. Their powers, right? In some way. It looks like specifically Kamala Khan and Carol Danvers, they got switched around a lot. It looks like they switched bodies around, right? Somehow. Oh, come on, Wi-Fi. What are you doing? Okay. Okay. Wi-Fi is not slow. I'm sorry. Okay. There's a reason why. Okay, there's two reasons why they pushed back this movie. One, CGI, VFX. They want to sharpen that out, polish it, obviously, right? They want to polish the VFX and CGI because, Marvel is getting flack for the last few years about the VFX and the CGI. And they know it. Marvel knows it. I mean, they kind of let go their present in that field, but that's not going to change anything. They're going to still continue with that, obviously. But hey, Degrassi, what's up, man? Good to see you. Okay, I know, George. Thank you. And it does look good, but also Secret Invasion, because as you saw in that trailer. And I'm gonna. Well, that was better actually. Well, because you saw that trailer, we see Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, and he is the main focus of Secret Invasion, right? Nick Fury's always been a supportive character in the MCU, never his own leading role. Maybe never had his own leading role, and that's a Secret Invasion. So if you think about it, they push back Secret Invasion. They give us time to breathe, right? Secret Invasion plays a very important role for Nick Fury. Now, and Secret Invasion will tie into this movie in some way, obviously. That's the plan. Okay. Blinded?
What?
Tell me your thoughts. You liked it.
What?
Marvel trailers.
No, I never saw the Marvel trailer. I saw Penguin.
Oh, okay. Well,
I told you I wasn't going to watch.
you should. It's actually pretty fun, but...
Yeah, that's what I said about Ant-Man. So,
but I have to talk about it because it's the title of my stream. But I'm going to talk Penguin very soon. Anyway, I did like the trailer, but look, I always say this about trailers. I never believe the hype the trailers give us. Right. I never fall for that false advertising.
Okay.
George. Oh, George seen the trailer. What do you think, George?
I mean, it looks fun. Still not excited for this film.
Yeah.
I just don't care enough about Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
The first film didn't really make me care for her. Like usually most of the characters usually have solid first films that make me care for them.
Right.
So like if the sequel isn't as good, it's not usually a big deal. But because the first Captain Marvel film, I just didn't care about it. Like to me, the only things I'm excited to really see in this film are Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau. And that's kind of sad because Captain Marvel is the lead character technically, but I'm not really excited to see her return.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You see the engagement for this film, and let's be honest, like Marvel films typically get a lot of engagement, but I was looking on Twitter. This film got more engagement compared to any other the Marvel films that came out lately, as the past few years. And let's be honest, not because it's either it's a good or bad trailer, it's because of a certain group hating on Brie Larson.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Late last night, there was over 100K tweets about it. The Marvels.
Damn.
I've seen Marvel movies get a lot of tweets, but not. I haven't seen 100K for any past Marvel movies until this one.
I mean,
she does look hot in this.
I mean, if we're gonna be honest, at this point, the anti-SJWs are it's basically they're at their highest that they've been the last couple of years because of the Star Wars announcements and now this trailer.
Yeah.
Like they're ready to take their throne back from the Snyder cult.
I hate the excuse of Doomcock. He goes, "Oh yeah, Brie Larson's so mad that the use of Marvels in the title verse." I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure." Now Paul would be mad that they used Wasp in the title for Ant-Man. It's just
Right.
The
Batman
thing
across-
is, they pick and choose what they deem as woke. I mean, I kind of said this in like Tony's chat on Monday because, like, I think the discussion was about like Spider-Man No Way Home because a lot of the anti-SJWs were rooting for that film, even though Peter's girlfriend is black, his best friend is Asian, and one of the villains was
Electro.
also black. Yeah, and like
Yeah.
yet they still don't call it woke, even though there was diversity in that film.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because the film, a lot of people love the film. It did a lot of money. It got a great audience reaction. Like they weren't going to turn on the film.
Degrassi, of course, haters will see this movie because they have to.
Yeah, they have to.
Also,
see it.
the narrative with No Way Home is that because it was made by Sony, not technically Disney, that that's an anti-woke MCU film. So they really
Right.
pick and choose what's deemed as woke. I mean,
Wait,
and sometimes it does backfire on them. I think the Shang-Chi thing backfired on them because I
hell
don't think
yeah.
anyone was expecting Shang-Chi to be as
be
well
good.
received
Yeah,
as it was and to like win a lot of people over.
right.
So like to me, like the anti-SJWs, I think they're hoping that this is their moment. Because let's be real here,
backfire them. Watch it
with
backfire.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium, the narrative wasn't that the film bombed because it was woke. It bombed because it wasn't a good
Of the
movie.
movie. Yeah,
But
exactly.
Yeah.
but if this movie does that, they're gonna use the narrative. That narrative is because of
Well, the thing is, I mean, the thing is with the Marvels is it has an upside that the first film made $1 billion, but that's
Right.
not a guarantee that's going to
Yeah.
do it again because
There-
look at Wakanda
there's-
Forever. That didn't make $1 billion.
There's
Exactly.
excuses. Oh, that's because it led to Endgame.
Well, I think it did.
It did actually.
Yeah, that
It
was
did. I seen some people try to downplay that, but it's like Captain Marvel was literally teased in Infinity War. Everybody thought she had some
She had a-
major part in the story, and she didn't really.
and
Oh, she was only at the beginning of Endgame. At the end, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But I'm
and-
saying
and-
in Infinity War, she was teased.
yeah, because that end credit.
She's.
Yeah,
I
she's
hate.
teased as
You
a
know
major
what?
character.
I
so-
hated how they used her in Endgame because I felt like she was going to be in the film for longer periods of time than they
Well,
actually.
they
was.
never explained what was like. Why did he call her? Right?
Yeah.
What was the significance.
I mean,
The-
like, yeah.
Why
and
not
here's-
call her during Avengers?
Here's the other thing with the box office, and this is where I'm at. I'm at a crossroads because if Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is a phenomenal movie, and
Mhm.
from and people are thinking, oh, maybe this could be the next $1 billion movie for Marvel, then yeah, it deserves that money. But at the same time, a concern I'm having with the big box office is that because obviously the anti-SJWs, this is like the only franchise in the MCU they seem to care about at the moment.
Right.
If that film turns out very good, makes a lot of box office money. The Marvels
I don't.
turns
know
out the
if
opposite. I feel like
Guardians
they're
will-
gonna use Guardians as a narrative.
Wait to.
I don't know.
Like
I
how
have a
they're
feeling.
using
I have a
Mario.
feeling. I have a feeling Captain America: New World Order is going to feed into their bullshit too.
Yeah.
I feel like that has destined to do that too. New
and
World
look,
Order.
I want the film to be successful, but I'm worried they're
Well, I
going to
think
use
any
that
movie
film's
will
success.
feed into their narrative at this point because
Well, pretty much everything is.
yeah.
I mean, the thing is, they use any film that they don't deem woke in their narrative. Like they use John Wick Chapter 4 in their narrative. They're using Mario
Right.
in their narrative.
Q3.
And I'm worried Guardians Volume 3 is going to be the next great film or a good
Well, I
film
don't.
they're
I
gonna
don't
use for
even
narrative.
think Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna do as well as the other two movies.
I
But
don't-
I'm
I
saying, like,
honestly
even
don't-
if it does very well in the box office for like the standard that Marvel's going with right now, and the Marvels doesn't, they're going to use that as like an anti-woke narrative.
And if it does $1 billion, you're gonna say it's not because of Brie Larson, it's because of the other two actresses.
But it's like I thought the Marvels they consider Miss Marvel to be woke. It's like they pick and choose what's woke. They were trying to make Mario seem like it was woke, and now all of a sudden it's not woke to them.
Mario just basically was a plot to the game. It was never woke in the first place.
Like
Right.
they pick and choose.
Why did they have to make such a? Why did they have to make such a stupid? Like, that's just stupid. Really, for Mario, like it was basically the plot of the game. Like,
Yeah.
what?
It's like slight changes, yeah.
Yeah. Like, who cares? I want to see the one change. Go to DC now. Just look at the Penguin trailer, and we do have other DC news, but we'll get to the Creature Commandos. I guess David Harbour is not back. Is playing a different character now because he was in the
Yeah,
first
but he
Suicide
was
Squad
like
movie.
a minor character in Suicide Squad.
Well,
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was.
to be fair, like things are getting rebooted, so
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
But Viola Davis there. Well,
well, they're gonna keep what works. And if you're talking about the 2016 film,
Yeah.
that he was in? Yeah. So like they're probably gonna erase that film from canon. If they're gonna keep a
Yeah.
Suicide Squad in canon, it's gonna be guns.
And it doesn't even matter anyway because, like I said, he played a minor character in that movie. Like, we don't even know the character's name.
I know for a fact I'm probably gonna get hit with a copyright strike or whatever.
Don't show the trailer. Don't
I'll show it. Don't worry. It's not gonna. I'm not montage or anything.
We both seen the trailer.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is basically the trailer is good. Look, you know what? This is gonna be this movie. I could tell from this trailer. I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself, and you shouldn't do this because I talked about this in the Marvel trailer. We shouldn't get ahead of ourselves. This show has potential to be HBO Max top show of 2024 if it comes out 2024. I think this is Emmy Award winning show, and Colin Farrell, I think is going to win Emmys for his Penguin portrayal.
Yeah, probably. Based on the trailer, yeah.
Yeah.
This definitely seemed pretty much in line with the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it did seem a little bit lower budget, but I mean, still, like aesthetically, yeah, it's a show. It's going to be cheaper, obviously, per episode. But I mean, you know, it did look like the Batman, like a continuation of it.
It pretty much is a continuation of Batman. It's
Right.
short. It doesn't. It shortly happens after the first movie. It's not like a couple months. It's maybe a couple months, but not like a year or two. Like,
right.
I really like how the other characters involved. You see Sophia Falcone, is in it. You see them at the restaurant. It seems, I don't know. It seems like he has maybe interest in her. Maybe he has feelings for her or something.
Mm.
Yes, it did. It did, and I saw that. It dropped 6% after reveal Max. I can't believe Max is having a streaming service. I can't believe that.
I don't like the name. It's just such a weird name.
Yeah. I do hope I really like this. I like the ending where you're just shooting. He's like sitting down. He's just shooting someone. You don't know. Yeah. The whole Falcone family, besides Carmine, is in it. The mother's in it, but obviously Carmine's dead, right? So, yeah, the Falcones are. We know the Maroonis. This is basically gang war, and where Penguin tries to become, that basically the Godfather, not the Godfather, but the dawn of Gotham, all that. Yeah. I know it was a short. I'll be honest with you. I didn't expect something like this quick. I didn't expect a quick because this show just started filming like a month or two ago. I didn't expect this quick a teaser.
Well, it's not really a teaser. I mean, they showed.
It is a trailer.
It kind of is. I mean, they showed like behind the scenes footage and stuff like that. I think they probably shot enough where they could edit it. I mean, they're editing while they shoot, right?
Clancy Brown. Yeah.
Someone has to be the colorist and take the footage.
I have a suspicion this, like I said, 2024. This show may come out late 2023. Now, I think based on this.
No, I don't think so.
No, it's not.
No, that's
this has to be a Sunday night show for HBO. Because they put like the best shows on Sunday night. Their top shows on Sunday nights. They did Last of Us. They're doing Succession. Game of Thrones had that time slot. You gotta do it for this show. Yeah, you gotta do it for the show.
Yeah.
This show you gotta do it. I'm sorry, like this is Batman, guys.
I don't know if it. I mean, it says it's a Max original, so I don't know if it's going to air on Sunday.
Gotta hope so. Do it. They can.
But this is coming out like early 2024. This is not coming out this year. That's way too soon.
Did Jack Black release the N-word on SNL? I don't watch SNL anymore, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even watch SNL.
No, yeah.
I'm really looking for this.
I doubt that he said the N-word on SNL, by the way.
They wouldn't allow. They can't say that, man. They wouldn't allow that, man. They have to get passed, accepted, wouldn't it? Like if you can say that word, you can't just say it without getting permission or whatever. I mean, if you're gonna say something like that just for a joke, well, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see really quickly. This isn't SNL, man. This is Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy. Oh boy.
I'm watching it right now. I'm gonna say this:
It's
Jimmy
SNL and Jimmy Fallon are not the same thing.
Jimmy Fallon is not funny.
I don't like any of the late night talk show.
After Letterman retired, I stopped watching them.
They're just kind of cringy.
Man, hey guys, before we continue this, man, it's scorching out there. How is it in New York, George? Because it's really hot where we are.
Oh yeah, it's pretty warm. I'm supposed to go into the city tomorrow. It's gonna be like fuming.
Yeah, this is Jimmy Fallon, not the same thing. I mean, he was SNL, but like that was years ago. I'm not watching.
Because we live in the south.
Depends on what part of Canada you live in.
We live in
Conan
Toronto,
Bryan
so yeah,
is vastly underrated. I felt like he doesn't get a fair shake as a late night host. When he did that, he he's supposed to. He was busy replacing Leno, right? And he replaced him with Fallon. It's like
he's in like 28 degrees.
Yeah, and in America, 28 degrees in Celsius in degrees for you guys. 28
Fahrenheit.
Yeah, Fahrenheit. It's 82.
82. Yeah.
That's really hot.
Yeah, but when I stepped outside, it was like kind of like breezy, but it's not like hot.
We're hotter than you guys, man.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's gonna rain. That's why it's gonna get like dry, and then it's gonna like pour.
It's not supposed to get this hot in early April.
Yeah, early April is crazy. Just a month ago, we had a major snowstorm. That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying to Grassy, Fallon's not funny.
I don't like. Yeah, Fallon is not funny at all. He's kind of cringy, like.
Yeah.
And you can remember that fake laugh that he has. It's very odd. No, that's why I just no.
If I had to pick the best one, I'd probably go Colbert.
Yeah, I mean Jimmy Kimmel is probably more tolerable than Jimmy Fallon.
Yes. Yes.
Jimmy Fallon is just good lord.
What?
Like that's a corporate. He's just so corporate. Oh my god, it's just. Ugh.
Oh, I'm sorry, Vortex, to hear that.
No.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Of course, you're from Texas, man. But
Texas is hot.
Let me tell you, Classius. We're in the north. All three of us. We're in north parts of the North America. Okay. New York, in Toronto. This is not normal what we're experiencing right now.
No.
It is a pretty like tame winter.
Yeah. It was
until that snowstorm. We had like 2 snowstorms back to back.
I didn't even have a snowstorm.
We're probably gonna have.
We had a crazy snowstorm.
We're gonna have a scorching summer.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, could you imagine if it got up to like?
We had it last year.
Yeah, there wasn't one day in August like the hottest day.
Yes.
Recorded?
Yes.
There's some craziness. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, so Penguin looks. Let's get back to the show. I mean, this is not a weather show, guys. It's all about the weather.
I mean, well, the trailer. I mean, they showed enough, but they didn't show it. It didn't give us like too much story. It was like
they're still filming it.
Tease.
They're not. They're probably not even halfway done.
No, yeah. I'm way more excited for the show than any of the Marvel shows. That I didn't even watch Secret Invasion or obviously the Marvels because I just have a feeling what those trailers are. Like, I'd rather just judge them as when they come out than watching the trailer and being misled. But the DC trailers haven't really misled me. So,
well, we know what this is about. We know the story is basically Ping Mun's rise to the top. We just don't know how it gets there. Like the plot, the synopsis, like we just know. And I mean, Matt Reeves does have some input, obviously, in it. He's obviously the executive producer. I mean, he's not directing it, but he's actually the executive producer. So he obviously has input in it because this is his creation, basically, for his Batman universe. So of course he needs to be involved.
Yeah, and they even say in the trailer the next part of the Batman saga. So
this
is
it's not Batman.
Going to have some repercussions, right? This isn't just like a side story.
Yeah, I just hope. I do think Batman's gonna be in it.
Yeah, well, Robert Pattinson was on set, so I mean,
he
was out in New York. They have. I think he might be.
I'm not sure, but I think he lives in New York.
I don't think he lives in New York. No,
I think he either lives in England and New York. I think he has two places.
He had to fly to New York. So.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think he lives in New York.
Because this is what I like about the Batman universe instead of the Spider-Man universe. At least they're using Batman and the Spider-Man stuff. They're not using Spider-Man at all.
Right, yeah.
New York isn't real. Yeah, he's
my goodness.
What he has to do is probably like, I don't know what kind of role he has. He probably has to be like, I'm watching you, Cobblepot. Give him a warning. Give him a stern warning.
Right.
You know? Stuff like that. Because that's the thing that Batman would do. That's the kind of thing Batman would do. If someone's rise to power, be like, I'm watching you. Don't do anything. I'm watching you.
Yeah.
I hope we do get to see other villains, or maybe not exactly their villain names yet, but exactly the guys who become sometime a supervillain. I don't know.
Well, I hope they also try to allude to this gang war theory that we have, that there's going to be a gang war, because we haven't really seen that in a Batman movie, and I think it would be super interesting to see that.
I mean, they hinted at it in The Dark Knight, but nothing really officially.
There was no gang war. There was no gang war in The Dark Knight, just because they all decided to join together to take down Batman, because they all realized they have one big common enemy.
Vortex. I never said anything about Australia. As far as I know, Australia doesn't exist.
Australia doesn't exist.
So, like, as far as I know.
And Wakanda does exist. I'm gonna buy tickets there.
Crazy.
So, by the way, I know this is a bit off topic, but did you see like there was some Deadpool 3 casting news today?
Yes.
Oh, really? Who?
They're gonna bring back everybody, basically.
Yeah, they're bringing back the actors of Vanessa and Colossus.
Yeah. Oh, and they're in talks to bring back Nega, Teenage Warhead. I can't say the character's name. It's so.
I know it, but according to Deadpool, it's the coolest shit ever.
But I
can never fucking say the name.
I heard Deadpool 3. I heard Deadpool 3 is Deadpool 3 buys the Ottawa Senators.
Buys what?
The Ottawa Senators.
Oh my god.
Because the actors because the Ryan Reynolds in the group or whatever wants to buy the hockey team.
Right. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna play a hockey team against Kang to save the multiverse.
You team off a flight.
You know what? How about this? The plot for Secret Wars be, you know what? We're gonna recruit the Toon Squad, and we're gonna play a basketball game against Kang and the multiverse villains.
Hey, if they do team up a flight, the Canadian team, and they cast American actors, I'll be pissed. I'll rant on Kevin Feige for that. I'm sorry. If you cast team up a flight, they have to be Canadian, right? That's a must, right, Blind Bro? You know, as a fellow Canadian, you know that.
Yeah, well, I want them to reflect like the diversity here, right? It's not the same as the States, so yeah.
Let's be honest. Lately in Phase 4, most of the lead characters have been Canadian.
Well, I say if they're gonna do that is true. I mean, there's now like There's going to be, I think, the guy that was in John Wick, he was Mr. Nobody. He's in the Marvels, and that guy's from Toronto too. So
Yes,
there's like
yes.
3 actors now that are from Toronto.
Well,
in the
Sung
MCU.
Chi, Simu Liu's
Miss-
Canadian.
Yeah, Miss
She-Hulk's
Marvel.
Canadian. Miss Marvel. There's a lot of Canadians. We're taking over, man. We're taking over. Also, the actress who plays Sharon Carter's Canadian.
Right.
Wow,
And,
Miles is obviously
wasn't the actress who plays Maria Hill?
Yes, she's Canadian too. Yes.
Yeah.
Colby Smothers. Yes, she's Canadian.
And obviously
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. We're taking over, guys.
Yo, well, here's the thing. The next time they need to cast someone to play Spider-Man, they're gonna get a Canadian to play Peter Parker.
Oh man.
I mean, they got 2 British people playing him. I mean, a Canadian playing Peter Parker is actually more realistic than English people. If you ask me.
I mean, you've gotten the Brits. Let's get some Canadian representation.
Oh god.
The thing is, it's so easy to come with American. It's so easy to do an American accent. I know there's a lot of different American accents in the U.S., but it's so easy to do one compared to doing a British accent. It's easy for a British person to do an American accent than an American doing a British accent. I see it in film all the time when Americans try to do a British accent. They're so bad at it. They're not good. The only good one I would say is maybe Robert Downey in Sherlock Holmes.
Yo, but he speaks in such a low tone while doing
Yeah.
it. Like half the time, it's kind of hard to hear what he says. I mean, I like him as Sherlock Holmes. I love the first film, but he's sometimes hard to hear
Right.
because he speaks in such a low tone while doing it.
Let's get this continue DC, but that's fine. Let's continue DC. So, Creature Commandos is the first official DCU that has a full cast list. And yes, Juan Perlman's not in it. But
yeah, that sucked.
But it's a decent cast list.
I was like, man.
Okay, we're gonna look at the cast list.
I don't know why Vortex is talking about what he's doing while watching.
Burn myself with a lighter. I don't know why I was in the kitchen.
Okay,
well, are you watching? Are you making stuff while you're watching us?
That's so dangerous. Yo, honestly, like I'll say this: the David Harbour one looks spot on.
Yeah, that's a pretty good casting.
I mean, it looks like they found actors that literally can portray these people in live action.
So yeah, right. So Sean Gunn is reprising his role as Weasel. Well, joined by Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr., as we speculated that Rick Flag Sr. was going to be in this.
Role. He looks the role.
Maria Balkova is going to be Princess Ilyana Bostovich. You know, she's playing Cosmo, right, in Guardians. She's voicing Cosmo. Indria Varma as the bride. She was previously in Kenobi. She's the one that helped Kenobi, you know, with the stormtroopers. That's her.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Zoe Chow as Nina Mazursky. I don't know who Zoe Chow is. Maybe DeGrasse will tell me. Alan Tudyk as Dr. Phosphorus. I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff too.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's not the first DC character he played. I'm pretty sure
he was in Doom Patrol.
Yeah, as a villain, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And David Harbour is going to be Frankenstein. And I'm not surprised. David Harbour does a lot of supernatural stuff. He does a lot of supernatural stuff. David Harbour, right?
I guess this is redemption for Hellboy because he's going to be in a lot of makeup if they do live action.
Yeah, I mean, they should never reboot Hellboy. They should have done Hellboy 3, personally.
Yeah, they should have done. They still don't want to do Hellboy 3. Just crazy.
I know, because they're doing a third reboot.
Yeah.
And Sean Gunn's also playing G.I. Robot with Steve Agee reprising his role as John. Oh, I'm going to just call him, what's he called? Neckbeard?
So Sean Gunn's playing 2 characters.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I guess Weasel doesn't really. Well,
so my guess is Creature Commandos does not take place in the past because Viola Davis is there, John is there, and so. But there's Rick Flag Sr. So is Rick Flag Sr. come up with retirement because is his son dead at this time?
Yeah, this is why I'm confused. I'm like, Frank Grillo is not that. He's like 10 years older than the actor who played Rick Flag. That's why I was like, why would they get him to play his dad if there's only a 10-year difference?
What's Mantis gonna do as Kang, really? This is a prequel to the Suicide Squad. Okay, maybe that makes sense.
Yeah,
I like this cast. I like this cast. I honestly saw that movie with David Harbour on Netflix. That's Anthony Mackie. It's so cheesy as hell. It's not that good. I'll be honest with you. The Ernest, the Ghost movie with Ernest, that he plays a ghost. And it's basically a comedy.
No, I've never heard of this.
It's not good on that. It's on Netflix. It came out. It's not really good.
I mean, Netflix comedies suck anyway. So
yeah.
Anthony Mackie, like, was like a kind of a jackass, kind of a father in that movie. I have to say that.
Anthony Mackie and David Harbour in a comedy. That sounds weird.
I mean, I know Anthony Mackie has done comedy before. And David Harbour has done comedy too.
I know David Harbour, but with Anthony Mackie and
there's he's done comedy. The one I could really think of is Pain Gain, whatever. Mark Wahlberg and The Rock. You know the one that did the bodybuilding movie. That's
I forgot he's really in that movie.
But Kang, But Kang is in love with what's her name, Ravdina, isn't she?
That was in the comics where he was lusting after Mantis and he tried to impregnate her. Weird shit.
I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think they're gonna do that. I think. I mean, the comics you could probably do it, but in MCU, I don't think they're gonna do that.
They're not gonna do that at all. Kang is very.
Yeah, it's like
I think I said this before. He's very rapey in the comics.
And I'll just say this. Like, for example, in the Brave and the Bold, if it's Damien, there's not gonna the way how Damien's conceived in the comics. They're gonna find a different way for the movie.
Well, George, did you know Kang's son impregnated Captain Marvel and impregnated himself in Captain Marvel, and so he can go to their reality.
Oh my god!
So she gave birth to him.
They're not doing that. They're not going to do some of the sick stuff Kang has done in the comics.
I mean,
that's
Disney.
Like one of the
Disney
most
would get canceled.
Plot points in comics. Yeah,
they're not going to do. They're not going to do all that in the comics. They're going to be careful. I mean, in MCU, they're going to be careful.
No, and I'm pretty sure Brie Larson would obviously say "fuck no" to that. Which,
honestly, unless this was like Zack Snyder's Marvel Universe, that's never gonna happen.
Zack Snyder would definitely do that. I could see Zack Snyder would
definitely do that. I'm sorry, but he's got these weird tropes in his films, and that fits the trope.
Zack Snyder 100% would do that. 100%.
I'm sorry. I have nothing against Zack Snyder. I do enjoy some of his films, but that is a Zack Snyder trope right there.
Good Lord.
I agree with you there.
I mean, good Lord, this is the man who, in his first film, literally had a zombie baby.
Yeah, zombie baby.
And I like his Dawn of the Dead film, but that always makes me uncomfortable.
Well, I guess that's also a James Gunn thing too, if you think about it.
But it's like I think Gunn kind of at the same time knows his target audience when it comes to certain films.
Right. I mean, I think that's old James Gunn stuff. That's not really
like that was like the edgelord James Gunn days.
Yeah.
So Degrassi, I know you told me privately that there might be more DC casting soon.
Apparently Gunn said that he's talked to some of the Guardians cast. Not all, but some. The question is who that some probably is.
Well, some already converted, right? Like Maria. We know the actress who plays Mantis technically was in the DCU.
Yeah, but she was like a cameo, main cameo.
Yeah, so you could get away. So here's the thing: you can still cast her something because she didn't have Willie Wool in the Suicide Squad movie. So you could basically get away with having a new character. I mean, Marvel's done it all the time. Marvel has double cast people all the time.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna, they would probably cast them as a main character.
How many people didn't know that Gemma Chan was one of the villains in Captain Marvel?
I recognize.
Yeah, I think most people did. I think some people obviously had to have recognized her.
I knew
because that character wasn't. That character could have stayed around. I don't know why they killed her off, Dr. Minerva. That was really dumb, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, too, did you hear that this is like probably most disappointing news? I'm not sure if you talked about this before, but Peacemaker is going to come out after Superman Legacy.
Yeah, I remember that was confirmed.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
pretty
know that.
disappointing.
I know that. Yeah,
That's almost a 3 to 4 year wait.
I don't know if that's a
insane.
good. I understand they have a plan, but is that really like a good idea? I mean, I trust Gunn, but I don't know about this. 2025, 3 years after, you really want to do season 2 after that? Like after 3 years?
That's a long wait between the
Yeah.
seasons.
I mean, I understand maybe skipping a year makes sense, but I don't know. Yeah, they might have to
if
do a crossover.
Peacemaker appears, still, I feel like that's such a long wait just for his own show.
But George, by the way, how are you feeling? By the way,
I'm still coughing, but I'm doing better. I should be able to do my stream tonight.
oh, that's good. I'm just
But yeah, I gotta bounce.
All right.
Take care.
All right. See you, George.
Yeah, I heard this. I heard.
Coming.
You gotta leave, man. Leave.
Yeah. Later.
All right. See ya.
Yeah, I know it's basically 1.5. Basically, Book of Fett was 1.5 Mandalorian, right?
Right.
Oh, 2.5.
Look how
2.5.
that turned out.
Yeah.
That was.
But today's
that
episode.
was,
But you gotta see today's episode, Blind World. It's better.
I was watching part of it. But then I had to obviously come on the stream. So
what did you think so far? Better?
This I don't think the show is really gonna improve in the episode I'm watching in the next episode. So I mean, it's still the same to me. Like like I said, I don't know what's happening in this episode. I got to Moff Gideon, and then they name dropped. I was confused. Didn't they reference Hux? Was that like his dad?
His father, yes. He was
His
in
father,
it.
right?
On holograms was his father.
That's what I was thinking. It was his father, right? Because I'm like,
that's a little spoiler for you guys who haven't seen it. But yes.
Yeah, that's like a minor. I mean, he's just there and then he goes anyway. So but
yeah.
Also too, is this really a spoiler? That because I know someone is going to appear, and it's definitely obviously the next episode.
There is kind
and
of
I think
cameo, but it's not as big as people think it is in this episode.
No, there's supposed to be a big cameo in the next episode. I think it's Degrassi's saying it's next week. I have a feeling of who it is now.
There's gonna be characters you're gonna see from the sequel, but they're not really big time characters. They're kind of not that really. You'll see at the end of the episode. I'll just say this at the end of the episode.
Right.
But yeah, next week though. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And I'll say this: there is a death in this episode. I'm not gonna tell you
who. Okay, I didn't know there was a death.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch. My opinion really isn't going to change on the show. I think I've seen enough of the show to realize that it is pretty much a step down in my opinion, and nothing super intriguing. And a lot of the plot points I thought they were going to dive into, they kind of just thrown away. So to do this new thing that they're trying to build up, which I'm not ecstatic if I'm being honest. Like I said, the only thing Star Wars related now that I'm excited for is Jedi Survivor. That's really it. Because I'm sure.
I honestly, I'm excited for. I'm really excited for the James Mangold Star Wars movie of all the movies.
Yeah,
but
like there's years away at this point.
I know, but like it's James Mangold, man.
Yeah, it's James Mangold. I'm sure he'll do a good job, but like I'm not gonna get excited for a Star Wars movie because
man, you know what?
You know what I mean.
I know Deadpool. I know Ryan Reynolds is a love. Like it has good relationship with Sean Levy, so Deadpool 3. Mm-hmm. But they should have really got James Mangold to do Deadpool 3 because of Logan.
No, I don't think that's his type of movie. To be honest,
no, that's true.
And also too, I don't see why you would bring him back after he ended it. I wish he did get to have a complete trilogy because he didn't direct Wolverine.
It did get delayed to the end of this month.
It comes out the end of this month, April 28th.
Yeah.
They already showed they've been showing like lots of previews and gameplay and stuff. I'm sure the reviews are going to come out earlier. They might come out like a week before the game comes out.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. because I think this is going to get some like good reviews. I mean, the game, like I said, the preview for the game, as someone who liked the first game, they improved it dramatically. There's a lot of good changes that they made, especially to the like. It's not really open world, but to the different maps. It's more like God of War 2018, where it's not open world, but it's still there's different paths that you can take.
Yeah.
The customization is really cool, and they added a new stance, which I really liked. I just really liked the whole Souls combat, because I played it on hard and I had a good time with it. So, but then there's also Tears of the Kingdom 2 weeks after.
Oh yeah, a week after Guardians. What a great 2 weeks, man.
Yeah.
Guardians and Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, and June is a Starfield game month too.
Final Fantasy, Street Fighter 6.
Diablo,
and then Sony and Microsoft are going to have a showcase in June.
Oh,
I think Sony might be in May though.
Sony is going. I'll tell you. I think this is probably not a hot take. This isn't a hot take. They're going to announce Spider-Man's release date.
Yeah, Spider-Man's release date is. I think it's either going to be September or October.
Oh, can you tell me about that guy you told me in DMs about? Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, so that there's this guy named Hip Hop Gamer. I know this guy for at least 10 years. He's been around the gaming community for a long time. He has gotten things in the past right, but that was like stuff like 10 years ago. Like he was the one saying that Kratos was going to be in Mortal Kombat 9. So that's a long time ago. That's like 10 years ago now, right? So he does have some connections. I heard some people saying he also got the haptic feedback on the PlayStation 5 controller, right? But I don't remember if there was another rumor before then, because there was also a rumor that is now resurfacing that the controller was supposed to change temperature, right? Which I'm sure.
Yeah, I remember.
Now. Yeah, so that was a rumor like 3-4 years ago now. So I don't know if. Yeah, but anyway, Hip Hop Gamer, he's saying that Spider-Man 2 is a multiverse game, which, if that is true, then I am going to write off this game because that sounds like a dumbass idea. I'm sorry.
I do agree.
I'm sorry. I don't mind. Listen, I'm excited for Into Spider-Verse. I don't really care for Spider Armageddon or whatever the second event in the comic was. But
I have no problem. I have no problem in the Spider-Verse if they have the Peter Parker from the game or the Miles Morales in the game as a variant from a different universe, but don't make the game like that.
Don't make the game a multiverse game because first off, if this is true, I would definitely be surprised because that's not how the game has been advertised. The game has been advertised as a Black Symbiote Venom game. Why would you now introduce the multiverse? And if this is all story related, because he was trying to say, Ratchet and Clank did the multiverse, right? But if you play Ratchet and Clank, I like the game, but it's really not like they don't really do anything crazy with the multiverse mechanic. It's pretty much a Ratchet and Clank game with there's a female version of Ratchet and Clank. That's really it. Like there's nothing else gameplay wise. So it's like if you're gonna do a Spider-Man game that's multiverse focused, it needs to be again gameplay wise, right? It needs to be like Shattered Dimension or Edge of Time, those games.
Okay.
I haven't played those games, but
Vortex. The reason I don't think it's going to be Thawne, I'm going to spoil it, is because they mentioned him in here. So
I guess
that ruins the post credit scene. Personally, that ruins it here. If you don't mention him at all, then I can see this. But if you mention him at all, it ruins it.
Well, they mentioned him before. I think. Well, they have mentioned him before in the same show.
Yeah,
and he is going to be in Ahsoka. So.
Yeah. So that's because were you on my stream Saturday?
Saturday or Sunday?
I don't think you. No, Sunday.
No, I was there part of it, but then I had to leave.
But okay. What are your thoughts? Let's take a Star Wars and. Okay, and then we're gonna probably get to finish some of the other stuff that's not important. What do you think of all these three shows, Ahsoka, Boba Fett, and Mando, leading up to Dave Filoni's Untitled movie?
I mean, I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm not like the biggest fan of what Dave Filoni did in the Mandalorian anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And Book of Boba Fett. Like to me, those were always the worst aspects of Star Wars. Like that whole meme, like gulp shitio. Like to me, that's very Dave Filoni, right? Like that whole meme came about because of Dave Filoni. So I'm not looking forward to whatever movie he puts out. Because I also don't really know what his directing style would be for a movie. Like we've seen it in a TV show, but a TV show is different from a movie.
It's
right?
different. Yeah.
As some directors obviously can cross over, but I don't know. I'm that's the one I'm not like super looking forward to be honest. This might be a hot take, but I would probably rather watch the Rey movie just out of curiosity and not really deal with Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie because I know it's going to be just what we expect, cameos, references, all the shit that I can't really keep up with, and there's little to no story. That's just my take on it because I know that's a hot take, but yeah. But the one that I'm looking forward to more is definitely the James Mangold movie.
Yeah, that's because of the director, in my opinion.
Yeah, the director, and I think the premise of it is very intriguing. So it seems more story oriented, while the other two are building on previous movies. Which
I know there's a lot of people like not so sold on Daisy Ridley's movie. By the way, the director's Canadian who's doing that movie.
Yes, yeah. They keep saying, "Oh, she directed Miss Marvel," but she did other movies too.
She did two episodes of Miss Marvel, but yeah, she did
2 episodes of Miss Marvel.
Yeah. Oh, it's because they say she did Miss Marvel because Miss Marvel is another Disney.
Yeah, Disney property.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Yeah, I think to be honest, like I know people don't like Rey. I don't really mind Rey all that much. I think the movie where I started to dislike her was the last movie.
There were stupid people going around with the Rey, the Photoshop. Yeah, people think she was pregnant.
Yeah, that was obviously bait. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Because I know that scene is exactly from the end of Rise of Skywalker. They just photoshopped the stomach part.
Yeah, it looks like bad Photoshop or like AI bad.
What happened? Did Ben Solo pregnant her through a kiss?
Yeah, like what the hell? Just don't even go into that territory. It's just weird.
Oh my god, they really they just want to find something to to fit the narrative, right?
Right. Oh yeah, well, speaking of the Grand Inquisitor is the main villain in Jedi Survivor.
Oh really?
Yes. Yeah, and there's a theory that Darth Maul might show up.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh, I hope not. I mean, they really have to do. I think it's a bad idea.
It would make sense given this.
They have to do something with Darth Maul because they basically gave us him in Solo, and there's nothing.
Yeah, they did nothing. I mean, the thing is, this would be a pretty big deal because this game takes place, I think, during the events of Obi-Wan.
How do you know Darth Maul is dead? He survived. He survived because we saw him in Solo.
Darth Maul he's in Solo,
and that's
he's definitely not dead. And I really think he's going to be in this game because like the first game had the Darth Vader cameo, and I can't see them doing Darth Vader again. And it made sense for him to appear in that game. And just based on just like some rumors that the guy who plays Darth Maul, there's a rumor that he was doing like recording for a Respawn, and so people are like, "Oh, maybe Darth Maul is going to be in this game." Which I mean, why wouldn't he? I mean, there's a clear connection, right? So, yeah, we'll see if that is really true. Though.
What are they going to do with Emilia Clarke's character?
No clue.
Yeah, like she's just loyal to Darth Maul. Yeah,
I'm sure it. Like I said, we'll have to see because I mean, it's just a big rumor right now, and like I said, I mean, to me, it kind of makes sense to do for the game, because who wouldn't want to face Darth Maul? I mean, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Dean.
like that would be probably one of the like a really good boss fight. Like the Darth Vader, you didn't really fight Darth Vader at the ending of the game. It's just like a chase sequence, because I mean, you would get, Cal would get destroyed by Darth Vader, right? And you don't really fight. You don't really in the first game. You don't really fight anybody that is like known or established. You do fight some of the damn, what are they called? The Inquisitors.
Yes.
The Inquisitors and stuff. Which by the way, they never. I'm surprised Obi-Wan didn't reference them at all. Which is kind of weird. So I don't know.
Yeah, Degrassi, I understand that, but people first see it on film. I think you gotta because Degrassi, not everybody reads the comics, right? And when you first introduce a character into a new universe,
you kind of want to put them more in the movies or the show, like live action.
Yeah,
stuff.
I know. I think Degrassi understands that.
I don't know. I want to like dive in deeper to more of the stuff outside of the live action stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm never like intrigued by it all that much. Like it's already enough where it's like I have issues with the live action stuff. Why am I going to dive in deeper to things that doesn't interest me, right? So that's kind of like my only concern with Star Wars.
Maybe so. It's just that people don't read the comics or books when hardcores do. And there's a lot of casuals.
And they don't really advertise it all that much. Like if they
yeah,
that's,
they don't tell you
an issue.
They don't tell you on screen, go read this, go read that.
Right.
Hans got cocked by Maul.
Oh god.
Oh my god! Don't worry, Hodge got pretty lucky though. I mean, with Princess Leia.
Yeah, I don't think he has to worry.
I think kind of upgraded though, honestly. he upgraded Vortex. Let's be honest. He upgraded.
Right.
Oh, I know you do, Degrassi. I know you do. I know you do. But they want to release the Filoni movie a year after the Rey movie, because the Rey movie is going to be first.
But they also said, didn't they say the Dave Filoni movie was going to be 6 years out?
Yeah.
So I mean, there
could be a bit of a time jump, right?
Who does Degrassi know if that was like a real quote? Was that said in an article? Because I keep hearing that mentioned, and I'm like, why would they admit to that? That sounds really weird.
Well, I hope we don't have like 5 or 6 seasons of Mandalorian.
I think we're gonna get 5. Well, 5. If you do 5 seasons, you would probably catch up closer to the movie. Because I am sure, like the next Mandalorian season, like that might be 2 years out at the rate that they're going, unless they're going to start shooting in the fall or something. Well, they haven't announced it. But
they haven't announced the fourth season yet. 5 seasons.
Yeah, 5 seasons I think is good enough. Because this show, to me, I think now that this season is done, I'm definitely.
You know what they should do?
It definitely seems like Din Djarin is not really such an important character.
No. This season, I feel like it's been most Grogu and really Bo-Katan.
Mostly Bo-Katan, yeah.
Yeah, mostly Bo-Katan. I agree there. And I think Bo-Katan's getting her own spinoff.
Right. Well, I don't know. Does she really need her own spinoff?
I don't know.
Like to me, what I don't understand is, right, the show's called Mandalorian. It's not called Din Djarin. It's not called.
It's referring to
It's.
I know you're trying to say here.
Yeah, right. I think they should just. What it should have done, in my opinion, is that if Din Djarin has his arc, just move on to another Mandalorian. You know what I mean? I don't think
Joel Din.
Joel.
Oh, I get the joke. I get the joke.
They should just move on, though, in my opinion.
It's either we name Grogu Ellie Din.
Oh god.
Yeah, this season's clearly about all the Mandalorians, mostly Bo-Katan, not really about Din Djarin.
No, Din Djarin doesn't really have an arc. I mean,
it feels like a side character, his own show.
Yeah. Yeah, just I don't know.
It's still in the works.
Who knows? I sooner or later, I think they're gonna announce that game's been canceled.
You want Keanu Reeves as a Jedi, or you?
I actually wouldn't mind if Keanu Reeves was a Jedi, but do I think he should? No, no. But there was that. Remember, it was a Mike Zero rumor where he was like, Keanu Reeves is gonna be a Jedi and shit, and he had this really cool badass thumbnail where he's like a more like a samurai Jedi, and he was like on this dragon. I'm like looking for the thumbnail. I was like, yo, that's actually badass. And I couldn't find the thumbnail. But I mean, if it's more like John Wick, yeah. If it's Keanu Reeves talking, most of the time, no. Like, nah. It's got to have good writing for it to work.
You should be chilled out to Keanu Reeves from his early days.
What do you mean?
Look, when you were in the late 80s, early 90s, he played a lot of like characters like very chilled out.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I mean, there's not really much like it's not like I said, he's not a great actor, right? So I think
he could do well in the right. He knows that you could do well in the right situations with him.
Yeah, I think like I was saying with John Wick, I think it works very well because he doesn't talk a lot. Mm-hmm. And then when he's playing, because I got to bring up Cyberpunk. When he's Johnny, the thing is Johnny has a lot of dialogue, but what makes it work is because the dialogue is actually good, so it's kind of excusable, even though his performance is pretty lackluster. Like I don't think I would have casted Keanu Reeves as Johnny Silverhand. I still think Cillian Murphy. When someone said Cillian Murphy, I thought that would have been probably better.
I haven't seen this, but I know he's been I think the first movie he was like a hockey goalie or something like that he's ever done. I don't think he's gonna do Raven. By the way, I think you spelled it wrong. I don't think it's spelled Raven. I think is it an E? Is there an Raven?
No clue.
Revan, he meant, right? I don't think that's how you spell Revan.
Yeah.
I think he made a mistake there. Yeah. So we're getting a Harry Potter reboot. Really, it's official now.
Yes.
And we're getting a logo here.
I maybe okay. I swore, because we haven't talked about this when the rumor was going around, but I could have swore that I said that this is what was going to happen. Because once they were like, oh, okay, are we going to do the Cursed Child as a series? No. And then they're like, no. Which I still think they might do the Cursed series, because I'm not sure if you're looking at George's group chat, but Anthony was sending tweets from someone who was highlighting, I don't know what article in particular it was. Maybe it was like a Deadline article, where it was like an interview with J.K. Rowling and David Zaslav, but they were basically tiptoeing around the fact that this show is going to be separate from the movies. So that implies that they're still going to make movies potentially with the original cast.
Oh, George is back. Wow.
Yeah, I'm done.
He heard Harry Potter and he came right back.
Yeah, I'm done. I mean, I'm gonna touch more upon this. Like,
what time's your stream, George?
8 p.m. Eastern Central.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna touch more upon it, but like this is obviously making a lot of news, like for the past week.
Yeah, me and George I did a special late stream about this a week or two ago, and George joined me. We talked. It was Harry Potter centric because I think it was 2 weeks ago when this really came out about Harry Potter being rebooted. Yeah, it's pretty much.
But how can anybody be shocked by this though?
I'm not.
I know George was saying he was conflicted. I do remember that stream because George said
I think some people would be conflicted because some very old Harry Potter series, the movies, really deep with them, you know?
Right. But I mean, they can't. The thing is, like, I was a Harry Potter fan. I haven't really gotten so much into Harry Potter after the movie ended.
Same.
Right? Because the Fantastic Beasts movies to me, they never seemed super appealing, and I didn't really understand what the connection was to Harry Potter in the first movie to begin with. So, and I never saw the first movie.
I'm actually gonna like kind of go into that because I feel like there's other ideas they can use for Harry Potter,
right?
Without using like the main characters, because like I feel, and I'll talk more about this because I don't want to give too much away for my stream, but it's like you can do a Harry Potter prequel, but you got to do it what I think fans would like to see. Whether it's like, even if it doesn't turn out good, I think like what matters is what they would like to see. And I don't know, when they did Fantastic Beasts as a prequel, it's like I think at the more interesting thing about those films was the Grindelwald Dumbledore,
right, which is a direct connection to the movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Newt was
like
boring as hell.
That should have been the focus,
right?
Instead of Fantastic Beast.
Yeah,
that's why. I mean, maybe one day I'll go and watch those movies, but to me, I think if they do it where it's like, because this is what I was saying in the chat, right? They should do the reboot, retell the stories, right? All of them, do all the seasons, how many it takes, right? Because it's gonna be long. And then you could do a movie or trilogy, whatever you want to do, with the old cast in a new story. Forget about the Cursed Child, figure out a new story, right? And then go on from there. Maybe it would have, she can write a book first, right? Because I'm pretty sure they're going to have J.K. Rowling, despite what everybody says about J.K. Rowling and her comments and all these things like that, which I think they're probably going to have to sort that out. Right, she's gonna have to apologize or something to get everybody back on board. But regardless, they're going to have to do something different, or just give us more of the same before the Fantastic Beasts movies. That's really what they should be doing.
Sorry, guys. I had to take a little break.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, the thing is, like, the reason why, like, as much as I'm attached to the movies, because I grew up on the movies, and I still love the movies, is the fact that I'm also a fan of the books. And as I also said, like, Prisoner of Azkaban and afterwards, like, those movies really did differ from the books.
Mm-hmm.
Not like in a major way, but in some cases, like, they took out stuff that could have worked in the movies,
right?
Like here's the thing, like like Goblet of Fire is like the perfect example of this, where like it was the first big book, and they had to cut stuff out, and there's some things, like, looking back, that you didn't need in the movie, but there's also some things you probably should have had in the movie,
right?
And the thing is, Mike Newell, the director, added like something that shouldn't have even been in the movie. Right. And the example is the first task when Harry's facing the dragon. Harry, in the book, Harry's catches the golden egg the quickest out of any champion. And because of that, he was tied for first place.
Mm-hmm.
In the movie, they make it go longer than it should have. They had the dragon like chase him around Hogwarts. It's like, in no universe would Dumbledore be okay with a dragon flying around Hogwarts chasing another student,
right?
Giving damage to the school. And Mike Newell, he had this bizarre idea where he was going to have it take place in the Forbidden Forest, and the dragon was going to burn down the Forbidden Forest.
Yeah.
And if you remember what's in the Forbidden Forest, you have centaurs, you have giant spiders, you have werewolves. Like, where are they going to go when the forest is burned down? They're going to go to Hogwarts and attack the kids.
Right. That's a whole new story now you just created.
Like that's the thing. Like, if anyone ever has a chance, go watch Movie Flame. I think it's his name, Movie Flame's channel. He does a lot about the Harry Potter like stuff with like the books and the movies. Like, a lot of this, like, I got from him. Like, and apparently, like, it horrified the Warner Brothers executives when Mike Newell compared Goblet of Fire to a Bollywood film.
No.
And the thing is, here's the thing. I love Goblet of Fire, but the thing is, that was also the last film that I saw before I started reading the books. Like after that, I read the books before I saw the movies. Like Order of the Phoenix was the first time I went into the film knowing what was going to happen.
Right.
So like, yeah, for nostalgia, like Goblet of Fire is like one of my top 3 favorite movies in the Harry Potter franchise, but it's also as like a Harry Potter fan, it's also not a good adaptation from the book to movie. And I guess, and obviously because a lot of critics gave it a positive review, which I'm not saying is wrong because the film was still made very well. But like when it comes to like the source material, this is why for a lot of Harry Potter fans, it's one of their least favorite movies.
Right.
Even if they still like the movie. That and Half-Blood Prince, like to me, those are like the 2 worst book to movie adaptations. And Half-Blood Prince is my least favorite of the main Harry Potter films.
I want to touch on what Degrassi said because he was saying that the original cast wouldn't come back. This is why I say that she should apologize because, to be honest, the original cast, like their careers have gone really nowhere. I don't know about what's her name? What's her name? Emma Watson. I don't think she wants to do acting anymore. It seems like I'm not sure.
She's more of an activist, or like,
right.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think Daniel Radcliffe's been fine, but like
I think Daniel Radcliffe, to be honest, his career is really not fine. I think he's in the shadow of Harry Potter. He hasn't moved on. I mean, he's doing a lot of little things, but I think he knows that. Like he wants
Rupert Grint.
I think he does want to do Harry Potter. Yeah, Rupert Grint.
He's done a lot of small things.
Yeah, he's probably more smaller things than Daniel
Radcliffe for sure.
Yeah.
And Tom Felton.
I think she should apologize. Like she's inching closer to apologizing. And to be honest, I know what people are saying, like, oh, it doesn't really matter if she apologizes because look at how well the game did. Even though people were supposedly trying to do a boycott and that didn't work. She should honestly she's like coming around to it. So I just feel like you just apologize, just say what your errors and your mistakes and just move on. And some of these celebrities need to stop talking about politics, in my opinion, and stop talking about if you're in a business, don't be an activist, in my opinion, right? Like just pick. You got to pick. You want to be an activist, then do the activism stuff, right? I don't have a problem with that, but like you can't mix it up with both because now, to be honest, I just don't think it's gonna work out in the long term. There's just too many controversies, man.
Well, here's the thing. I think like Daniel, some of the actors say while they disagree with J.K. Rowling, they still like her. The one that I don't buy is Emma Watson because out of all the actors, she's the most politically involved.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing: Daniel Radcliffe like made it clear like he has nothing against Joe and he doesn't want to have beef with Joe. He just disagrees with her and wants to make people feel welcome. But he did it in a way where like he was still respectful towards her.
Yeah, because they obviously have a relationship with her. Let's like keep it real, right? Like they've known this lady for
she's basically a whole decade.
They know this, yeah. They know this lady personally, right? This is not just business too, right? So I think, like why would
they felt hurt?
Yeah, why would you really? If someone did say that you knew very well, I don't think you would come out and want to just like slander them and attack them. You know what I mean? Like. You'd be like, I don't really agree, but like I don't have much to say, right? Because I'm conflicted. So that's why I'd say she should apologize because I think I know that she will say, oh, it's not ruining the IP, it's not ruining her business and Warner Brothers, but at the same time, like you did hurt a lot of people, just based on that one comment that you said, and it was slightly ignorant, right? I understand where she was coming from, but still, that's not how it's going to be perceived, and that's not, how it's going to be taken, right? So she should just move on and just forget about that she even said that, right? Just apologize. Like, that's really the issue, though. Some people just don't want to apologize from like, listen, I said an ignorant comment, like I wasn't aware, or you know what I mean, like, and just move on.
Another problem is, You're right. And then some people will be not take your apologies. You're gonna be, oh, you were forced to apologize.
Well, I know there's gonna be like that on Twitter,
Yeah.
right? But at the same
Yeah.
time, you have to ignore those people because those people, as we know, they don't
No,
contribute very much. I mean, as I was saying, like there's people.
I didn't.
I was the one saying I understand why people would boycott this game, but the way that they approached the boycott was really bad. Where you're just like attacking people who bought the game. It's like, what were you expecting people to do? Right? Like,
I know for a fact there's people who bought the game who never even played the game. They just bought,
I know there's a lot of people, and you know what I heard? You know what I heard too? You know, my friend bought the game because he's a Harry Potter fan, right? And he was playing the game, and I was like, oh wow, why did this game get good reviews from some people? The game looks like it's complete crap, right? Like it looks like a generic open world game that people would criticize. But yeah, all of a sudden now people are saying, oh, this is like some game of the year. This is a good game. To me, something about the game looks. No, yeah. When people are saying game of the year, I'm like, you guys are smoking something, right? Like that's how I know you guys just like
wait till Zelda comes out.
Yeah, Zelda.
There's 3 games that will wipe the floor with
Zelda, definitely. Zelda,
Spider-Man. There's gonna be something else too, right? So I don't know what people are talking about with that. That was strange. That was truly.
I just know there's people that bought the game and just because of the whole controversy and never played the game. They never
played the game. They just wanted to. Again, we know those types of people, but at the same time, they made that way bigger than
yeah. I mean, the people say, if you're buying this game, you're supporting this. Like what?
Right. Well, too. This is what they should have done, right? Because it's like, listen, you don't want to support her, because of her comments, right? I get that, right? So what you should do instead is be like, hey, I'm personally not gonna buy Harry Potter, and you outline your reasons, right? And say, listen, she said derogatory things to the trans community. She doesn't recognize trans women, blah blah blah, right? And then you go, we're gonna promote this other game instead. You don't, because then what happens is, as we've seen with other things, it just becomes like a Streisand effect, where it's just like people are gonna just buy the game out of curiosity, and it's already Harry Potter, so like what were they thinking, right? Like you just amplified it.
Yes, I remember that Vortex. It's not a ghost; it was a Dementor. That's what they're called, right. Dementors. They're from Azkaban. They're called Dementors. They're not ghosts. Yeah, that's what this cousin, right? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, this Harry Potter, for whatever reason, now has like all these strange controversies. They need to just get away from all that.
Well, I think Hogwarts Legacy kind of made Harry Potter kind of relevant again.
Kind of.
Because there wasn't because I mean they have Fantastic Beasts. They had Fantastic Beasts, but since Deathly Hallows, there hasn't been a lot of Harry Potter stuff.
No, it hasn't been the same after.
Well, here's the thing. I don't even know if adapting Cursed Child to film is even a good idea, even without the J.K. Rowling controversy. Because before that, I think people were annoyed with J.K. Rowling because she essentially wrote a Harry Potter fan fiction with Cursed Child.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know if you guys ever saw the play or like ever like read the screenplay, but it's very fan fiction.
I think it's being played here in Toronto, Blinded.
Yeah, they played it here a couple of times.
And the thing is, like, it's without giving major spoilers, half of it's a time traveling story, and it's like that alone's a problem.
That's usually a problem.
And it's like, here's the thing: in the Order of the Phoenix book, it's a spoiler for anyone who hasn't read Order of the Phoenix. In the Department of Mysteries, they don't show it in the film, but in the book, they destroy all the time turners in the Department of Mysteries. So they did that to avoid, having this time traveling error, because one of the things I think with Prisoner of Azkaban, when they introduced the time turner, was like it opened up like a floodgate of, wait, why don't we use them to like prevent this from happening or that? It's like, I think J.K. Rowling wrote that in so we wouldn't have these problems. Then all of a sudden you write it back into your screenplay.
Right.
That, like, it's just it's so
bizarre.
confusing, and it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like I've never liked Cursed Child. That like as much as I am a Harry Potter fan, I would never go see that play because that screenplay
this
was
is so
bad.
true, Degrassi.
This is true. I think. I mean, I like. I agree, but at the same time, I feel like you don't need to draw unwanted attention to yourself, right? That I think that was really the
What's
problem.
J.K. Rowling done since writing Harry Potter?
Well,
Wasn't she supposed to write a new book franchise or something, but never did?
Well, she's,
I think I did hear something about that, but I don't.
Okay, we're gonna come to the end. We're gonna do some random topics. Okay, I'm just gonna say this out right now. Why American Horror Story? Why? Like, I know problem. Like,
this show's still going on, by the way. I
thought it was done, but like Emma Roberts. Okay, fine. She's good. She's been in that show a lot. It's fine. But why Kim Kardashian? Why?
Well, you want to know something interesting about this show?
What?
I did like a PowerPoint presentation on it for a class in college. It was like politics and media, and it was like the season after the election where they obviously were very political, and it's like they literally made the feminists crazy in that show, but also made like the Trump supporters crazy.
Oh man!
So it was like I was saying how like it made both sides look bad.
Right.
Because it made the far left look crazy and it made the far right look crazy.
I'm sorry, but just like okay. Just why Kim Kardashian?
Because they're desperate.
It's stunt casting.
It's desperation because the show isn't really.
Why don't you get Paris Hilton to join too?
Stunt casting. I mean it's not that surprising.
Okay, I have something. What's worse? The casting of Lizzo or Kim Kardashian?
Lizzo. I don't know what the role Kim Kardashian has. If it's bad, then we could say it's bad.
The only role they want to see Kim Kardashian play in this show is her naked.
Here's the thing, I don't have really a problem with casting non-actors. You just have to cast them in the right roles.
But it's Kim Kardashian. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's Kim Kardashian. Yeah, she might just play herself on the show. That might not actually be bad.
I hope she does play herself because have you seen her? Have you seen the film she was in? Which film was she in? It was a parody of something.
Yeah, she was in maybe like a disaster movie or something.
It was so bad. I mean, don't.
Yeah.
I never even seen the film, so I ain't gonna even.
Don't watch disaster movie.
She tried to be an actress. Paris Hilton tried to be an actress. They can't. They
can't. Yeah.
They don't go to school. They automatically get cast. They don't even go to school. They think they could be an actress. Despite
they thought
without training.
They were trying to find some longevity for their career, so that was like an option. It's kind of like when you see like some of these.
But you can tell they had no training.
I know, but the other example is like the Disney Channel actors who then become singers and then they just go right back into acting. That was always strange to me.
But at least they had training, right?
Maybe some of them. Not necessarily.
I mean, a lot of bands are put together. A lot of known bands are put together not based on being friends, but based on record labels.
Record labels. Yeah, they organize it and
I know. Spice Girls is one of them for sure. I know that's for a fact. Oh, House of Wax was horrible. Oh my god.
House of Wax.
The original was better. She was in House of Wax. Paris Hilton.
Okay, the remake.
The best film Paris Hilton ever done was her sex tape. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh good lord.
And Aaron watched it. Let me guess.
Everybody watched it back then. Just be honest.
Oh my god. No, you still watch it. No, I'm joking.
I can't believe Taylor Swift. No, it's not Taylor Swift. Who's going with Pete Davidson now?
Who knows?
Is it Taylor Swift?
Someone made a joke about how like some actress was in talks to date Pete Davidson. I thought that was
talks, yes.
Who's in talks?
You didn't sign a contract to date me.
Yeah, for like 2 weeks, and then move on to the next person. Just crazy. It seems like it, you know, a vortex.
Because I'm changing my name of my channel to
Aaron Porn Order.
Yeah.
Aaron Porn Order. He just reviews. Could you imagine there was a YouTube channel like that? That would be wild.
Oh, there's YouTube channels that do that. I know there is. Like,
how do you? What the fuck?
Oh, you don't know? Come on, like it's obvious, right? Like,
no, I assume you would get flagged like super easily.
You can't show that. Obviously, you can't show that on YouTube.
That's crazy. There's people on YouTube doing that. They probably getting a lot of views too, based on.
Oh, of course. Thumbnail. But they're not allowed to show. They cover it up.
They can't show it, but still, that's crazy.
Oh, you know what? Hey, Vortex. You want to talk about adults porn stuff? Talk to Jarbo.
Oh my goodness.
Talk to Jarbo. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. He's aiming it's like the rebound guy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Hey, if this guy's in a relationship, here's Pete Davidson.
Oh my god.
That's what they should have done on Saturday Night Live when he was there. Make him the rebound guy.
Yeah, they didn't make that joke at all when he was there.
No, like his relationship don't even like last a month.
No, yeah. It's also seemed like too like there was that rumor that he was only dating Kim Kardashian because it would help his career.
He doesn't need help in her career. What's he gonna do for his career?
I think it just made him more like, because I mean, like people were talking about him a lot. I mean, you have to remember this guy was like a PA.
The Kardashians are only famous. Let's be honest. The Kardashians are only famous because their father represented OJ.
Well, and the sex tape.
That's how KK really famous. The sex tape.
That's how they really blew up. Yeah. If we're being honest, right? Because even though people knew about her dad, like it's not the same, right? Like
no. I mean, Paris Hilton was more famous than
shady too, bro.
Paris Hilton was more famous than Kim Kardashian, even before the sex tape.
Yeah,
I follow OJ on Twitter.
No way.
I do.
You know, I have to.
Should I get canceled? Should I get canceled for OJ for following OJ?
When
OJ... we should cancel you for that.
when OJ gives his input on stuff, it's like. What the heck? Like when he gave his input on Colin Kaepernick taking a knee. Here's the thing to understand. OJ was not like a lot of the other athletes at the time who was involved in like social awareness. He like stayed away from that stuff. Now all of a sudden he's like giving lectures about the Kaepernick thing.
Have you watched
like
the documentary with OJ Simpson? There's a
I've watched
interesting documentary. And
yes, I have. Did you watch it?
It exposes him a lot. I mean, yeah, you're right about him not being like, he wasn't an activist at all, and it was like strategic. Mm-hmm. And a lot of his friends like were pissed off at him when it came to like he wouldn't talk about any sort of black issues and stuff. And
why am I getting these bots commenting on my TikTok videos? All of a sudden, I got bots commenting on my TikTok videos that I made like a month ago.
No, but OJ Simpson definitely he's just even without the murder trial, like he's just such a weird character.
Bill Cosby did this?
Yeah. That'd be worse. Holy.
Oh my god. Well, is he trying to come back on tour?
Bill Cosby?
Yeah, is he trying to make a comeback?
No way. That's no way.
Like the Grassy said, there's no such thing as cancellation.
Well, yeah, there's no. I agree. There's no one gets canceled, so to speak, right? That's also another thing people have to realize. Like you kind of do this to yourself, right?
Oh, dude, dude, he was a creepy dude, Dan Schneider. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like these people do it to themselves.
People don't cancel you. You cancel yourself.
Yeah, you cancel yourself. I agree with that because it's like if you do something messed up, right? And it's like
Yeah.
Does anybody really want to associate with you, even though you may have not been found completely guilty? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's another conversation people don't like to have, right? Like, you
And
may
just
be
because
innocent,
somebody's not,
but you weren't proven.
yeah,
Well, technically, you weren't proven innocent.
technically,
You were just proven not guilty.
technically, you can still be guilty.
You could still be guilty. Yeah, they didn't have the evidence to find out, or there was something else, right? There's another component that just wasn't brought up, right? So I think that is a good point. Like, there's no one is finding people innocent, right? So
I don't know. Do I still follow O.J. Simpson?
Oh my goodness. Yo,
Is this in Vegas?
I'll never forget when I saw Bill Cosby in real life at my sister's college graduation.
no way.
And because she went to Temple, and it was like before he got canceled and all that, like got charged. It was like 2012, so everyone was still cool with Bill Cosby, and it was the coolest thing because at the time I remember we used to watch like the Cosby Show reruns on Sunday, enjoying
Fat
them.
Albert.
Right.
Then it's like now it's like it's a soiled memory.
It's a soiled.
I don't
memory,
think. I don't think.
Temple want nothing to do with him. Temple does not want anything to do with him anymore.
I don't think any station should have the Cosby Show anymore, like on reruns or anything like that.
No, they've definitely taken that off.
They take it off, yeah. They definitely.
That's crazy. I mean, he better not fucking attempt a redemption arc. He no.
Oh, the O.J. Simpson redemption arc.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you see the or Bill Cosby redemption arc? Do you see the Cuban Gooding Jr. Based on O.J. Simpson's show?
No, I didn't see that. I wanted to see that. Yeah, that came out. That's like 5 years ago now, isn't it?
5 or 6 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't it the People versus OJ?
Yes.
Yeah.
They had like David Schwimmer who played Rob Kardashian, the Kardashian dad.
Right. Yeah, Rob Kardashian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob Kardashian is a shady character.
Yeah,
super shady. Lots of people in that OJ trial was very shady. Like it's no wonder the way it played out, because it's just like
so guilty.
It's just like a bunch of things culminating together, which was just like a bad recipe. Because it's just like it's so hard not to see him not doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's such an interesting. That's why I say, if you haven't watched the documentary, you should watch the documentary, because it's super interesting how all these things lined up in his favor, and you could just tell that he really. I'm sorry, but
It's okay, guys. It's okay. If you guys murder someone, you're still on my show.
Oh fuck!
Oh my!
Oh
what?
Fuck. Oh no!
What?
Aaron, are you telling us something?
No.
Tell us something.
I'll never forget that episode of Family Guy.
Did the glove not fit, Aaron? Glove didn't fit.
One episode of Family Guy that always sticks with me is the one where Pierre becomes friends with O.J. Simpson.
Oh yeah.
And
welcome
like,
to the show, weird... Oh yeah, because
all this weird stuff like happens, and they think OJ's a murderer, and he's like, "I'm so disappointed." Then he kills someone at the end.
Pierre Griffin is so dumb. He would definitely be a friend with OJ. He would definitely, he definitely would be. Like that's him.
Oh, didn't they like interrupt like the Knicks game in the '90s to get the OJ to show the OJ car chase?
Oh yeah, probably.
Oh my! That was like the year the Knicks.
That
were,
was
like,
crazy.
The
I mean, I was so young, but that's
that was
crazy.
like the year the Knicks made the finals. I think.
Was it what year was it? 94, 95?
Probably 94. That was the year that because that was like the first year Jordan retired.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Todd Phillips was directed.
Oh god!
Oh my!
Oh my god!
No one say who. No one say.
Wasn't OJ in some movies?
I know.
Yeah, he was. He was trying to be an actor.
Yes.
Yo, he was in Naked Gun.
Yeah,
Oh
he was
my
in Naked
god,
Gun,
Naked Gun.
It's like I watched Naked Gun and I'm like, this is funny, but it feels like there's a dark cloud hanging over this film.
Yeah.
I love Naked Gun. I'm sorry, I like Naked Gun, but yeah, what's the O.J. Simpson's filmography?
So who should play O.J. Simpson then?
In what?
Oh, I know. Jonathan Majors.
I was about to say
God.
that. I was about to say that. Like Jonathan Majors. Well, he's already gonna be playing Dennis.
Well, he's
Rodman
playing Dennis Rodman. Yeah.
So why not OJ?
Oh my god.
OJ.
Me if the blood don't fit. That's crazy. Oh yeah. Speaking of Naked Gun, are they not rebooting Naked Gun?
Oh, I don't think it's not gonna be the same, man.
Yeah. Is it a reboot, Degrassi, or is it?
You really want OJ back, don't you? Oh my god! You know what's controversial? It's great.
Oh my god!
Bring it back. Seth, if anybody can redeem OJ Simpson, it's Seth MacFarlane.
Oh god! Is it a reboot or is it a new one, Degrassi? Because now I'm remembering that it's a new Naked Gun. Oh, with Liam Neeson. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh my.
Liam Neeson is the.
Oh my god!
What?
What's gonna happen when they run out of things to like reboots and make sequels of? Like, what's gonna happen? I'm like super curious because I'm like, damn.
They're gonna reboot the reboot. They're gonna reboot the reboot.
Like,
reboot the reboot.
I think we would hit a. This may already be happening. Are they making a Police Academy movie? Let's see if Degrassi knows that, because that would be pretty sad.
What's the actor's name? Steve Guttenberg?
I don't remember the actor's name, but if they're rebooting or making a sequel to Police Academy, I think, I think it may be over. I don't think there's any hope left. The creative well has been dried up.
They should make a sequel to Home Alone and have Macaulay Culkin married and his kid is Home Alone.
I'm sure Disney's gonna do that.
or it's like home or how about this, like home Alone on the road where Kevin meets up with Harry and Marv and they have to work together to get back home.
Oh, you get Joe Pesci back.
Yeah, get Joe Pesci back, and he'd be like, that's how he sounds. That's how he sounds. Like, get it to the back.
Oh my god.
No, I love Joe Pesci, man. Like, but still, like, that's literally how he sounds.
Oh my god! I'm gonna end it here, guys. This is funny. It's almost been 2 hours, hour and 50 minutes. But so thank you for coming on. Oh no! Kevin McAllister's worse than a burger, man. You see the stuff he's done in those two movies.
He could have gotten charged. He could have gotten charged for manslaughter.
Oh yeah. No, that's not manslaughter, because he's actually set up this trap. Manslaughter is accidental. Those traps are on purpose.
Yeah, that might be second-degree murder.
Well, you know what? How about they charge the parents for neglect?
Actually, no, that might be first-degree murder because he planned it and organized it.
I'm saying that he's probably a sociopath. He's definitely a sociopath. Like you see Daniel Stern on Twitter a couple years ago. He started to make those little videos on Twitter about how pretending he's still Merv, and now how Kevin McAllister's out to finish the job.
Right. Oh, by the way, we didn't even talk about what Grace Randolph said about JamesGunn.
Oh yeah, we'll end it here.
That was the worst comparison. This is a crazy.
James Gunn lives rent free in that woman's head.
Mia Goth is joining Marshall Ali in.
I'm not sure if Degrassi heard this. Wait, what? Say that again.
Just breaking news. Mia Goth is joining
Marshall Ali. Mia Goth is going to be in Blade?
Yeah. Just now. Now.
Wow. That's pretty crazy. I'm surprised she did a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen I'm curious what she's gonna play. I actually am now a little bit more interested in that movie. If it's like both of them, I thought she would have done. I thought she would have went at least to DC, not Marvel, to be honest.
Oh, I think DC is gonna get. I think more people are gonna be going to DC anyway. I think whatever. Like I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Blade takes place in the a different time period instead of the current time period.
I mean, if she's like a rising star, I mean, and obviously she's been in a lot of horror movies, so
it's kind of a horror kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that they did cast her. I'm not gonna get my hopes too high up, but
hopefully Blade is. Hopefully the production Blade is going smooth.
Oh well, did you hear,
there's hiccups?
Blade, did you hear the rumor now? There's a rumor resurfacing saying that it is going to be rated R.
Oh really?
Yes, I don't know if that's true, but that's a rumor that's appearing now.
Yeah, we said that about Moon Knight, but then
they did. Well, Moon Knight is still TV-14.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Rated R. If that is the case, then definitely this would become a lot more interesting. Personally, I mean, now that you have Mia Goth and it's rated R.
Yeah, it's gonna take place in. It's. I wonder. She'll probably play a vampire.
Probably. I mean, she already played.
I don't want Dracula. I don't want Dracula to be the villain, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I think Dracula could play a bigger role in the MCU. Because he does in Marvel.
Right. Well, I think they're going to obviously hint toward him. Degrassi's saying it's going to be like vampire Highlander. Degrassi, did you hear if it was going to be rated R? Or did you hear that rumor? Because I thought that was interesting.
I just think, but right now in 2024, they have 4 Marvel movies they're scheduled to be released. I think one's going to be released, moved back.
Yeah,
I think
maybe. But Blade and Deadpool is going to start shooting soon, right?
I think Blade is shooting now.
Deadpool's got like castings going on.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was going to start shooting in May, and Blade was supposed to start shooting in May too.
Well, Blade was supposed to start last year, man, for shooting.
Well, I mean,
Blade was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, Blade was supposed to come out this year.
I
mean, if the movie is a lot better, I won't knock them. I'm not going to knock them, but I am probably going to skip the trailer because I was burnt too many times by trailers from Marvel.
Oh.
Marvel has, if there's one thing Marvel is actually good at, it's actually making good trailers.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know why, and because I didn't get to talk about this, but I do want to say this in the beginning. But I don't know why everybody was like super impressed by the 2 trailers that came out, because like there hasn't, as far as I know, I don't think there was ever a bad Marvel trailer. Like what like think about it. There's never really been a bad, like you're like, oh, this is gonna be bad. There's been none. Like I said, Ant-Man 3, I thought Ant-Man 3, the trailers looked pretty good, especially with the music and the second trailer.
Well,
and look what happened.
Deadpool 3 has been confirmed. I think it's been confirmed. I think they confirmed it.
Confirm what?
Deadpool's rated R.
Rated R.
I think that was confirmed. I think that's official.
I think we've always kind of known that.
It was confirmed by Bob Iger that I think 2 times, and then I think Kevin Feige did say it was going to be rated R. I mean, I would be really disappointed if, like, I can understand if Blade wasn't rated R. I'm still like a little bit miffed about that, but if Deadpool 3 is not rated R, what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the point? I agree. Like, what's the
point? Because Wolverine in the MCU, I don't think is going to be rated R. It would make sense if Wolverine is rated R.
That's why? You know why I agree with you there? Because the X-Men, they want a lot of kids to see the X-Men.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I was thinking after watching John Wick, I think they should. If I was Marvel, I would do a Wolverine movie in that same style where it's like very hand-to-hand combat and stuff, because I think if that's the one thing that really hasn't been explored in a Wolverine movie. Like the combat and the fighting is not really up to par. So if that, especially if that game, that Insomniac game, the combat is crazy, you're gonna have to do something along those lines. You can't just settle for mediocrity. You know what I mean? Like this has to be Wolverine. Okay, this is not Fox Wolverine. This is Wolverine.
Yeah,
well, you know, Wolverine is one of my favorite Marvel characters. So yeah,
I just want to know who's going to be the Batman in the DCU. This could be someone we know.
Me.
Batman's all.
Well, I want to see who's Superman first.
Oh yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson for Batman. No.
If he's not James Bond, maybe I could see it.
Yeah.
I mean, he is. Isn't he the same age as Robert Pattinson though?
Yeah, but you need somebody that age, right? Because like,
I guess I would say the DCU Batman should be like 35, probably. Maybe.
I think Aaron Taylor Johnson's younger though. I think he's 32 or 33.
Well, by the time they cast him, he'll be 30.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't mind him as Batman, as the DCU Batman.
If they really do. That's what he was saying. Paul Mescal.
Who's Paul? I haven't heard that actor's name.
He's gonna be in the Gladiator sequel movie.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
he's Irish.
Yeah, if they went
Irish guy.
Yeah, but he's not English. That's the problem.
Bond's Irish English. James Bond.
Does it matter? Does it matter if it's Irish or English? Does it really matter?
Is James Bond? I'm looking at him.
Because Irish is very different than English. Because you're Irish, right? Blind, you're part Irish, right?
Yeah, well, we're Canadian Irish.
but you understand, like it's very different than English, right? Like
yeah, I mean, most people say obviously it's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be. I don't know. Now I'm kind of thinking. I'm like, yeah, like, could you even do an Irish or Scot Bond? Like, would
the thing be upset? The thing is a different. But I know I'm not. Maybe they're ignorant. The Irish and the Scottish are not as charming as
people. I didn't know this. Okay, so Sean Connery was Scottish.
Oh, so they could get away with it. Yeah.
Then I guess it's okay then. Yeah, I didn't know that. So I guess that. Yeah, then I guess it's okay.
Aaron Taylor Johnson is 32.
Okay, I didn't. You know, see, yeah, I didn't know this really. You know, the accents. They all just sound the same.
The window, you could tell.
I gotta admit. So the window is like giving you some.
Yeah.
Some.
Well, I'm gonna end it anyway.
Flares.
I'm gonna end it anyway. Oh, you know what? Plug yourself blind. What do you have planned for Sunday? You have something planned?
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking about Mario. The ranking.
Mario.
Yeah.
What time?
6:15 Eastern Standard Time. Sunday.
George.
I got my Harry Potter stream tonight. I think I'm gonna probably be doing a review of the first Guardians of the Galaxy film to get ready for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And I think the next review after that, unfortunately, will be Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Because I do want to because there's a lot of Transformer movies and I want to review them before Rise of the Beast comes out.
Damn, someone's calling me.
Okay, and so for me, the next stream, Let's Talk Pop, it's going to be Saturday, unless there's a big news stuff that breaks. So it might be a special Let's Talk Pop. But the next official schedule one is Saturday. We'll be definitely going over to Mandalorian, this latest episode, chapter 23, season 3, chapter 23. We're going to got two episodes left to talk about. So next Saturday will be the finale of the season, and then for the Saturdays after, until Guardians comes out, we'll just do we won't talk about these shows. episodes because there's nothing really to talk about. Honestly,
There's gonna be a Zelda trailer tomorrow.
Oh, but yeah, but I'm not gonna make like a big. I mean, I'm not gonna make like a big episode about it.
Right.
You know. Right.
And also, there's Evil Dead. I'm excited for Evil Dead.
Thank you, Degrassi. I know. So yeah. So after the finale next week, there'll probably be like 2 weeks in between where Saturday shows are gonna be typically like this stream, where we're not talking about a show and spoiling show until Guardians the movie comes out. With Guardians the Saturday after Guardians comes out. Be spoiling the Guardians. I plan to see on the Guardians on the Thursday, and you're all free to join me. I hope you all see it before then. But yeah, take care, guys. Thank you to Grassy. Thank you for everybody listening. And with that, like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And yeah, go finish episode 23. Blind. Take care.
Later.